Good morning to all our prospective bidders. Apologies for the late start of this meeting as we had a pre-meeting prior to this pre-bid. So, just some admin matter. For all present prospective bidders, please in the chat box type the company you are representing and of course your name for attendance purposes. We'd appreciate if you will turn on your cameras. For questions, please reserve them until the end of the presentation, and we will be to expedite and to observe the time. We will be limiting questions to 3 per bidder, as we have so many items for today's agenda. So, without much ado, I now turn on the floor to Ms. Odessa Cortez.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Chair. I will be presenting the provision of security service requirements for CAAP Area Center 1 under a 3-year service agreement with the bid number 24-004-02 Bravo. Invitation to bid for the project of provision of security service requirements for CAAP Area Center 1 under the 3-year service agreement. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, through the corporate operating budget for fiscal year 2024, intends to apply the sum of 50,949,263 pesos and 40 centavos for the first year only, being the ABC to payments under the contract of provision of security service requirements for CAAP Area Center 1 under a 3-year service agreement bid number 24-004-04 Bravo. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The CAAP now invites for the above procurement project. See details in the attached terms of reference. Delivery of the services is required for a period of 3 years. Bidder should have completed within 3 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids, a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in Section 2 instructions to bidders. As shown, these are the airports and facilities where the guards will be deployed, requiring 115 guards. The cost of bid documents is 56,000 pesos. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary fast-fail criterion as specified in the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act 9184. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorship, partnerships, or organization with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines and to citizens or organization of a country, the laws or regulation or which similar right or privileges to Filipino citizens pursuant to Republic Act 5183. Prospective bidders may obtain further information from CAAP and inspect the bidding documents at the address given during regular office hours from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday, except declared holidays, weekends, and suspension of work. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders until the deadline of submission of bids from Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, BAC Office, Mayor Road, Pasay City, and upon payment of applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 56,000 pesos, the procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees by presenting the official receipt in person or through email. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office address given on or before March 13, 2024 at 9 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in the ITB Clause 14. Bid opening shall be on March 13, 2024 at 9 a.m. at CAAP back office and or via Google Meet. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidder's representatives who choose to attend the activity. The CAAP reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Sections 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 revised IRR of the Republic Act 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. You may visit the following website for the downloading of the bidding documents. Shown is the PhilJobs website and CAAP website. For further information, please refer to Engineer Leandro R. Barquez, Head BAC Secretariat, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Mayor Road, Pasay City, or send email through CAAP official website or call the telephone number as shown. Section 3, Bid Data Sheet with corresponding ITB Clause 5.3, Eligible Bidders. The bidder must have completed within at least a period of 3 years from CY 2021 to up to present, prior to the submission and receipt of bids, a single contract that is similar to the project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, or have at least 2 similar contracts, and the aggregate contract amounts should be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, with the largest of these similar contracts being equivalent to at least 25% of the ABC. For this purpose, similar contracts shall refer to contract involving the provision of security services. Under ITV Clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. Under ITV Clause 12.0, bid prices. The price of the goods shall be quoted DDP to CAAP sites or applicable international commercial terms for this project. As shown is the computation for the ABC based on Region 1 Dole Order Number RB1-22 Class B effective November 6, 2023, and Region Cordillera Dole Order Number RV-CAR-22 Class A effective December 5, 2023. Under ITB Clause 14.1, the bid security. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 2% of the ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bankrupt, guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit, or the amount of not less than 5% of the ABC if bid security is in surety bond. Under RTV Clause 19.3, detailed evaluation and comparison of bid. The approved budget for the contract for this project is 50,949,263 pesos and 40 centavos for the first year only. As shown is the breakdown for the ABC based on salaries and wages, including the agency fee and the 12% PAT. Any bid with a financial component exceeding the amount shall not be accepted and outright disqualified. Under ITV Clause 19.3, as a continuation, in case of a tie and 2 or more bidders have been post-qualified as the lowest calculated responsive bidders, the tie-breaking measure determined by the procuring entity shall be non-discretionary and non-discriminatory such that the same is based on sheer luck or chance, pursuant to Appendix 11, the tie-breaking method of the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act 9184. As a matter of information to the prospective bidders, the CAAP BAC Bravo has determined to use the method of a raffle, wherein the names of the bidders involved in the tie and declared as LCRBs will be written in separate, similar, unmarked papers and will be folded and placed in a container. Thereafter, a CAAP BAC Bravo representative in the presence of the bidders or their representatives will draw the raffle in an order wherein the first thrown bidder shall be considered as the winning LCRB and awarded the contract. The second thrown bidder shall be the second ranked LCRB and so on until all LCRBs are drawn and ranked. Under 20.1, the post-qualification requirements. Other appropriate documents required to be submitted during post-qualification. The latest income and business tax returns or tax return filed through the electronic filing and payment system. Copy of the PSA valid and current regular, not provisional, license to operate issued by PNP SOSA, valid on the date of submission and opening of bids. PSA firearms juridical license, bidder's company profile and organizational structure of private security agencies indicating the name of its key agency officers, Copy of clearance of no derogatory record, certificate of no pending case as private security agency issued by PNP Socia valid during the submission and opening of bids. Other appropriate documents required to be submitted during post-qualifications are the copy of valid and current certificate of registration as contractor issued to the bidder by the Regional Office of Department of Labor and Employment, where it principally operates, pursuant to Department Order Number 174, Series of 2017. Latest monthly disposition reports, stamp received by PNP Socia, 3 consecutive ones prior to opening of bids, notarized affidavit of undertaking BF Form 6, authority to conduct site inspection, the BF Form 7, certificate of site inspection, BF Form 8, audited financial statement covering CY 2022, stamp received by BIR on CY 2023, legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pendency of any cases of prospective bidders against the authority, and the bid bulletin if applicable. A clearance certificate valid during the submission and opening of bids from the following: the SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth, and BAR, certification of pending or no pending labor standards violation case issued by the following agencies pertaining to the provision of the security services valid during the submission and opening of bids: the Department of Labor and Employment and the National Labor Relations Commission. The BAC reserves the right to verify and validate the above-mentioned documents. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time, or a finding against the veracity thereof, shall disqualify the company for award. CAAP shall thereafter award the contract to the next lowest calculated responsive bid.
We just want to remind the bidders that with regard to the requirement of a clearance certificate, this is actually a disputable presumption, meaning that if we find that you haven't been paying your personnel or your employees the proper mandatories, you will be disqualified. So the presence or the submission of clearances from SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth does not necessarily mean that you have passed this criterion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Section 5, Special Conditions of Contract with corresponding GCC clause under 2.2, Terms of Payment. Payment shall be made upon representation by the PSA of the billing for the covered period subject to the usual accounting and auditing rules and regulations. The billing shall be accompanied by the following documents: certificate of performance issued by the CSIS official in the area airport attested by the area airport manager, official receipt of the remittances paid for the necessary benefits of security guards, the SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, and withholding taxes, certification under oath attesting that it is compliant with the dollar minimum wage law in accordance with its representation and warranties, 1 copy of the original and 4 photocopies of the monthly deployment report duly accomplished by the security agency at the end of each month, stating the names of the guards and supervisors, salary rates, and actual attendance, and certification under oath attesting its prompt payment of wages and benefits of security guards. As a continuation, the PSA shall pay taxes due in relation to the contract in full and on time. Its failure to do so shall entitle CAAP to suspend payment for the services delivered by the PSA under Executive Order 398. The billing statement with attachment as stated in the SCC GCC Clause 2.2 items 1 to 5 shall be submitted on or before 27th day of the next billing month. Performance of the security service under the contract shall likewise be in accordance with the terms of reference. Under GCC Clause 3.0, refer to Section 9, the terms of reference. Under GCC Clause 4.0, inspection and test. The inspections and tests that will be covered are the following: physical condition of goods, conformity of goods to the technical specifications, authenticity of goods, and whether goods delivered are functioning. If there is non-compliance or a violation of items stated in Clause 4.0, the prospective bidder or the winning bidder shall be given 15 calendar days to comply with the said items or clause. Thereafter, a notice of cancellation or termination shall be sent based on the findings of non-compliance. Under Section 6, the Schedule of Requirements, the following are the CAAP airports and facilities wherein the PSA guards shall be deployed. For the manpower requirements, the project requires 115 security guards with 55 guard posts. For this project, we will be using a 12-hour duty work shift schedule. Please take note that the CSIS Area Station Supervisor, in coordination with the Area Airport Manager, has the option to adopt or change the time of duty that will work best to ensure attendance of the security personnel of PSA security as long as it follows the 12-hour rotational schedule. For the equipment requirements, the project requires firearms and ammunition, communication equipment, transportation equipment. For the firearms and ammunition, this project requires 9mm pistol and 12-gauge shotgun. As shown are respective requirements and quantity of firearms and ammunitions. For communication equipment, required number as shown. And for the transportation equipment, required number as shown. For the other security equipment as shown. And for the individual uniform and equipment of guard as shown. For the other PSA manpower requirements or activities, the submission of CSIS 201 files and necessary documents of private security guards 7 calendar days after receipt of notice of award, Technical Inspection and Acceptance Committee, the TIAC process, it should be 7 calendar days after receipt of notice to proceed, actual deployment or posting of selected qualified security personnel, 7 calendar days after receipt of notice of assumption, and basic aviation security training and the basic ABSEC STP 123 of security guards within 6 months after date of posting of guards. For the qualification of security personnel, this project requires 3 types of security personnel: the detachment commander, head guard or the chief in charge, and the security guard. For the detachment commander, he or she must have at least 5 years of experience in the operations of security detachment with minimum manpower complement of not less than 50 guards, must possess a valid security officer license, must have passed the HARA test. For the head guard and the chief in charge, he or she must have at least 3 years of experience in the operations of a security supervision, must possess a valid security officer license, and must have passed HARA test. For the security guards, he or she must have at least 1 year of experience as a security guard, must possess a valid security guard license, and must have passed HARA test. For the other security requirements such as ABSEC training and liaison office, the PSA security officers guards must undergo basic aviation security training of Phase 1 theoretical and Phase 2 OJT checkout within 6 months from the date of posting of guards. The PSA must require their security personnel to undergo ABSEC recurrency training every 2 years for previously deployed aviation security personnel. Establish a liaison office located within 5 kilometers from the CAAP Area Center 1 with office equipment such as desktop computer, filing cabinets, and office tables, consumable office supplies, office company signage, and manned by office clerk personnel at company expense 1 week prior deployment. Makeshift office shall not be acceptable. Conduct at least 2 relevant security trainings or seminars such as but not limited to the following, as shown. Other security requirement, the site inspection per airport or facility. Prospective bidder shall conduct site inspection in each airport or facility. The format of certificate of site inspection must be in accordance with the form provided in these bidding documents, the VF Form 08. On the left side of the screen is the authority to conduct site inspection, BF Form 7, duly signed by the ADG2 or Chief CSIS or his authorized representative. On the other hand, certificate of site inspection, BF Form 8. Please take note that it must be signed by the area or airport manager or CSIS area airport supervisor or any airport facility officer in charge for airport and facility. For the checklist of technical and financial documents. First envelope, Class A documents, legal documents, valid PhilJEPS registration certificate with platinum membership, all pages in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Under technical documents such as statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts within 3 years from calendar year 2021 to present, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, the BF Form 1. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, completed within 3 years from calendar year 2021 to up to present, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided for in section 23.4.1.3 and 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of Republic Act 9184 within the relevant period as provided in the bidding documents, the BF Form 2. Original copy of bid security. If in the form of surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration of BF Form 4. Statement of compliance and conformity with the bidding documents as enumerated and specified in Section 7. Technical specification and signed by the authorized representative. An original, duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder, BF Form 5. Financial documents. The prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity or a committed line of credit from universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation on the BF Form 3. Under Class B documents, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the joint venture agreement in the instance that the bid is successful. For the second envelope, the financial component envelope, which contains original or duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, the BF Form 9, and financial proposal submission sheet, the BF Form 10, and the bill of quantities.
So we will now entertain questions again. We will limit the number of questions to 3 per bidder. So wag po tayong magpasok ng marami nating kasamahan para makapagtanong ng madaming questions because you can write us a letter or email po. We are limiting the number of questions because we have 4 other agenda items with the same nature for today's meeting. Actually, 5. So, can we open the queue? Sir JM lang. First is Mr. Nolan Banda. Please identify the company you are representing. Mr. Banda. So, Mr. Nolan seems to be not prepared with this question. Let's move to Attorney Claustro.
Yes, good morning. This is Attorney Bernard Philip Claustro from Eagle Matrix. I have some clarifications, but since this is limited only into 3, I'll start with my first question or clarification. First is your requirement, do I get it right that the provider or would-be provider will be able to sustain the payroll of at least 3 months without collection?
Yes, sir. 3 months, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Secondly, Mr. Chair, is with respect to your requirement for the, as stated in the terms of reference, on the table of offenses as well as the equipment required. First, let's go to the requirement of equipment. Where did we base the number or quantity of equipment? Like for instance, the shotgun, we need to provide at least 18 bullets or ammos. Whereas we know for a fact that a shotgun can only contain 5 or 6 ammos. And then there are also provisions there that we have to provide 350 booklets of logbooks. Is this on a monthly basis or all throughout the contract?
All throughout the 3-year contract po yung requirements na yan, sir.
Yes.
The bullets
Okay.
and the booklets.
So at one point in time, they must be intact.
What do you mean by intact, sir?
Meaning at all times, the 18 bullets should be there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we can store them somewhere else because we cannot load the bullet at the same time in the firearm.
Opo, sir. Yeah, or in the bandolier, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there are also provisions of the law regarding that we cannot have full combat load in any firearm. So maybe I suggest you have to check the firearm regulation law because we might be violating the firearm regulation law by overstocking ammunitions.
Okay, thank you, attorney. Thank you for that. We will check that, and then if necessary, we will issue the corrections. But for now, that is the requirement in our TOR. But thank you, thank you. We will check the firearms regulation law.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. And then I'm proceeding to my last question on the table of offenses and violations. We went over the table of offenses and violations. First is we want to ask, where did you base the corresponding penalty for every offense or violation? Because we noted that there are some offenses wherein the corresponding penalty to be imposed is not commensurate. And then secondly, and as required by the Republic Act 9184, there is a provision here for automatic deduction or authority to allowing the CAAP to deduct the penalties from our billings without going to due process as well as the process of arbitration.
First, I will answer your question, attorney, doon sa due process. We're issuing a memorandum circular. We're going to attach that and issue a bid bulletin prior to the opening. That is the revised fees and schedule of penalties and the mechanism for due process, including calling a meeting, calling your attention, and rectification prior to deduction of penalties shall be included in that revised memorandum circular to be issued by the CSIS office. Thank you, sir. Ano pa yung...
Yes, Mr. Chair, may I also suggest to include the mode and manner of payment in the mechanism? How will the penalties be paid or settled? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, we'll consider that. But the memorandum circular was drafted in coordination with the legal department as well as our finance. So we hope that that would be responsive and would also be justified and reasonable in so far as our dealings with our PSAs are concerned. But we also understand that some of that will of course be biased to the interest of the government, considering that this is still a government agency. But we hope with the revisions, we would be able to address most of the concerns of our existing agencies. But we do consider all this, Attorney Claustro, and we appreciate all the comments and feedback that we are receiving that made us to improve further the existing regulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, we'll be accepting more questions later, but for now, let's just limit it to 3. But we're not precluding a second round if need be and if time permits. Okay, Attorney Mendoza, go ahead.
Yes po. We'll do this again po 5 times. So kung hindi man po kayo matawag ngayon, you have 5 other times po. 5 chances more. So let's take another one for marketing hacket.
That's the name?
Good morning po.
Si
I'm
Mr.
Edgar
Marketing
Papagita,
Hacket.
representing Hackett Security Agency.
What's your name again, sir? Sorry.
Sir, good morning.
Sir, please identify please state your name. Nandito na ba?
I'm Edgar Papagita, representing Hackett Security Agency.
Sige, sir. What's your question po?
This is my clarification. The same po ba, sir, doon sa unang pre-bid natin, yung checklist doon sa PhilJips. PhilJips lang po yung i-attach natin. Wala na pong attachment ng DTI, MERS permit, or tax clearance.
Yes, sir. We'll only require the PhilJeps as the PhilJeps requires your DTI, your SEC registration, your AFS. But we will check those attachments of the PhilJeps during post-qualification. It's
Opo.
understood
So,
na meron
yung-
po kayo niyan.
Opo, yung updated PhilJips lang po yung i-attach namin.
Yes, sir. All pages po ng PhilJeps registration nyo.
Secondly, sir, the same pa rin sa question, sir. Conformity with Section 7, only comply lang po, sir, yung i-attach namin, sir. Wala pong attachment.
No
Then po
attachment, sir. Only comply. We will check your compliance during post-qualification. But for initial submission, sir, you just write the word comply.
Okay, sir. Sir, sa pangatlo, sir, sa financial cost distribution po, wala na pong gagalawin doon sa cost distribution. Yung lang po, yung agency fee na lang po, at saka yung sabat. Tama po ba?
Yes, sir. You're only allowed to edit or change the admin fee, sir, and the value-added tax relative to the submitted admin fee proposal.
Sir, doon po sa statement of ongoing contracts, wala pong attachment po, yung lang po, yung matrix lang.
Yes, sir.
Doon sa equipments.
Opo. For future reference to all bidders po, pare-parehas naman po ang requirement namin, different area centers and ABC lang. And yung mga barrel po, yung mga equipment. But yung sa financial proposal, technical proposal, the documents that we will require, it's all the same.
Number of copies, sir, isa pa lang, sir, no? Isa pa rin, original copy lang po,
Opo. To reiterate lang po yung sinabi ko prior, isang copy lang po sana ang isubmit natin, hindi po padamihan ng kopya, hindi pa kapalan ng proposal. Because we will not read all the copies po. And sayang po ang papel nyo, sayang ang effort nyo pumirma, sayang ang printer ink, sayang ang space po natin
Basta
dito.
isa lang, sir.
Isa na lang po.
Sir, doon po sa joint venture agreement, since yung aming agency is hindi naman
Akala ko, sir,
naka-joint-
last na yun.
Sir, isa na lang, sir.
Opo, we allowed.
Inisa ko na lang, sir.
Isa na, promise po ba yan, sir? Isa na lang.
Opo. Doon po sa GVA, sir, maglalagay na lang po kami ng not applicable. Kung hindi naman po applicable yung aming agency sa GVA.
Opo.
Tama po ba?
Opo. NA po, opo, sir. Sir,
Okay.
sir,
Thank you,
Hackett.
sir. Yun na po. Pasensya na po.
Opo. Okay lang, sir. Okay lang po.
Thank you po.
Again, as stated by the chairperson, for last question po. Again, we have 5 times to repeat these questions. So, ulit-ulit lang po tayo. Sir Marlon Gumabay.
Hello, sir. Yes, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I have, may dalawang concern lang ako, clarification. October, nagkaroon tayo ng first bidding, right? And this is a rebidding process. Now, last time we paid 28,000 for Area I. Also, we paid another 28,000 for Area II because we are interested to join Area I and Area II. Now, sa ngayon po, siguro interesado lang kami to join Area I. And since we already paid 28,000, are we going to pay the full amount of 56,000 sa itong process ng bidding ngayon, sir?
Sir, basta po creditable po yung binayad nyo nung first bidding sa area. Opo. Creditable
Area
po
I, sir,
yung amount po.
credited po yan.
Opo. Sir, grabe yung echo on your end. Para pong nasa radyo ako. Sir, pa-mute po muna, Sir Marlon. Opo.
Yes, sir. Oh, okay na po, sir. Okay na.
Sir Marlon, yes po, creditable po yung binayad nyo dun sa mga declared failed na bidding po to this bidding, sir.
Yes, sir. Credited. Second question, clarification, sir. For Area 1 kasi we already have conducted the site inspection. Are we going to do that again, sir, at this process?
No, sir, to all bidders po and to all other, sir, pamute muna, Sir Marlon. Yung feedback kasi. Yan. Sir, and to all our prospective bidders who conducted site inspection already for the previous failed bidding, hindi na po kayo required mag-conduct ulit ng site inspection. And this applies for all other area centers po, all other provision of security services po.
Okay. All right. I think Sir Marlon is okay. Any other questions? If none,
May Sagittarius pa, sir.
Sagittarius. Oh, ayun. We'll just proceed to the next. Sagittarius Security Agency.
Opo. Last na po muna si Sagittarius po and then we'll again present for the next area center. Sagittarius Security Agency.
You're on mute, sir. Please unmute.
Sir, follow-up question lang regarding sa site inspection. Doon kasi sa form, merong site inspection slash security survey. Are we also supposed to conduct a security survey? And if oo po, meron po bang template na we need to follow?
No, just site inspection, sir. No need for survey.
That's it, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's it, sir. Okay na?
Meron pa pong second question.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Regarding the certificates of satisfactory performance from clients, kailangan po ba notarized?
No, we will issue a bid bulletin on this one, but the decision of the BAC is to no longer require this for all security biddings. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. That's all, sir. Thank you.
All right. I think some of the questions of the other bidders have already been answered, but right. So, are there any more prospective bidders interested to answer questions? Mr. Peña.
Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen and fellow security providers. Before I ask a question, I would like to confirm that CAAP is a revenue earning agency of the government.
Yes, confirming that.
In that regard, since I used to handle the PPA as well, I'm very surprised that you are requiring security providers to accept payment of their billings only after 3 months. And I'd like you to review that because, number one, security providers are not banks, and we have to pay mandatories. And considering the number of guards per area, this is a financial.
We lost you, sir. Can the others hear us, or it is just Mr. Peña? Can anybody confirm that we're still here?
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So, all right. Mr. Peña seems to have intermittent signal. So, all right, in the interest of time, let's proceed. Are there any other prospective bidders who may want to s-
Mr. Chairman,
oh,
I'm,
there. Okay.
yeah, I lost my connection. Sorry. So I would like the BAC to reconsider the payment schedule, because last but not least, before I was cut off, based on PNP SOSHA, as long as security agencies have an authorized capital of 5 million pesos, which most of us have, and not go beyond that, how do you expect a security agency to survive 3 months non-payment of the payroll? So I'd like you to consider that. My my only other question actually is a request, because most of the questions that are being asked were sent to you on an email on the 1st of March, and it's a total of 5 areas that we asked you to look into after the forum that you had in the at your offices, which was a very good thing. So that's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Yusek will read the submissions that you filed in CAAP today, and definitely will look at the PNP SOSA. But just a little background, I think one of the reasons why we want to make sure that our security agencies are able to sustain for a period of 3 years, 3 months, sorry, the entire contract. There's a department order issued by the Department of Transportation stating, among others, for all the agencies of the DOTR, there should be no advance payment or mobilization fee, considering that at that time the secretary wanted to ensure that all those who want to participate in the government contracts are able to sustain and have the financial capability. And that applies to all, but yes, I understand CAAP is a revenue generating office, and we will definitely look into that. But for now, that is the regulation that we use for infrastructure, and I think that is one of the major reasons why it was included in that. We are not, however, precluded from removing that, subject to further study. But just to provide context on why it's being done, we're not saying it's we will continue doing that, but what we're saying is the historics of why it's being required. Thank you, Yusek.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, just one more point.
Go
I
ahead, sir.
understand I understand the requirement of no mobilization. That's really not my concern. But I think most agencies, when they do their projections, either factor in 45 days to maximum 2 months in the initial payment of any bills to be provided, and thereafter a reasonable amount. But 3 months, I think there should be some study by your end on the on that 3 month. What is the coletilia or the aspect on that 3 months? Because it cannot continue over a 3 year contract, because eventually that 3 months will be 4 months, 5 months. And I've heard that you have cases of 11 months, which is completely unreasonable from a business point of view. That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. We take note of that, Yusek. Thank you very much. Okay. Are there other questions from? Let's go to Miss Malano first, because Hackett has already had its turn. So Malano, Rose Malano,
Yes, sir.
please.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Sir, clarification regarding summary of bid on page 72.
Okay. What's the
Okay.
clarification, ma'am?
Sir, may column po kasi doon na contract rate per guard. So meron po kasi tayong day and night shift. So paano po natin, pwede po ba itong i-modify, or kasi lalagyan natin ng iba po yung rate ng pang-umaga, iba rin po yung rate ng panggabi?
Page.
For a while lang po, we're checking what you referenced.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, good afternoon. Good morning. Ma'am, you have to
Yes.
submit a different rate for the day shift and different rate for the night shift po. Magkaiba po yung ano natin, ang rate niya. So
So, sir, sa
basically,
summary,
yes po.
sir, sorry.
So basically
Lalagyan
po,
na,
sige po.
Sige, ma'am, go ahead.
so, sir, magkakaroon ng isang column for day shift and night shift. Tama po.
Yes, ma'am. Kung titignan niyo po yung bill of quantities, nandoon na po. Nandoon na po yung ano po. Nandoon na po yung kung saan kayo maglalagay ng amount. So basically, ma'am, ang lalagyan niyo lang po is the agency fee, VAT, 12% VAT, the monthly contract, and the total labor cost per month and per year po. Please refer po sa bill of quantities po, ma'am. Yung mga blank items dun, ma'am, dun po kayo maglalagay ng amount.
Noted, sir. Pero, sir, yung sa summary, yung column kasi, sir, contract rate per guard lang. Nakita naman po namin, sir, yung sa cost distribution. Pero yung sa summary po of bids, yun po yung walang column ng day and night shift po. Page 72, sir, sa bidding docs.
Okay, ma'am. We will issue bid bulletin to clarify this, ma'am, yung tanong nyo. I-indicate na lang
Yeah.
namin ng dalawa, so we will specify for day shift and night shift po.
Yeah, noted, sir. Another clarification po, yung site inspection po ba mayroon schedule for all the prospective bidders or kanya-kanya pong schedule pwedeng punta?
First, ma'am, there's no schedule. You can actually go to our airports any time of the day. Just give our CSIS a heads up first. So preferably, sir, ma'am, during office hours, and that's 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But second, that's a post-qualification requirement that we will require. So it's not necessary during the initial submission.
Yeah. Lastly, sir, yung sa SLCC, yun lang po ba may attachment?
What do you mean attachment, ma'am? The contracts po?
Contracts, yes po.
As we have answered a while ago, ma'am, there's no need to attach the contracts in your SLCC. But we will inspect it. Sorry po. We'd like to check pala. Sorry, ma'am. I was talking about the statement of all ongoing contracts po. For SLCC, as stated in the form, meron po, ma'am, sa contract agreement. Kaya kailangan po ng contract agreement and certificate of performance from your largest contract.
Okay. Sir, follow-up lang ay additional lang po dun sa financial submission. Ilang percent po yung agency fee?
Minimum 20% po, ma'am.
Okay. Noted, sir. Thank you so much. That's all po.
All right. I think everybody who wanted to ask questions had their first round. So let's proceed to the next item for Area II. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the provision of security service requirements for CAAP Area Center 2 under a 3-year service agreement bid number 24-005-02 Bravo. Invitation to bid for the project of provision of security service requirements for CAAP Area Center 2 under a 3-year service agreement. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, through the corporate operating budget for fiscal year 2024, intends to apply the sum of 43,212,036 and 36 pesos and 60 centavos for the first year only, being the ABC to payments under the contract of provision of security service requirements for CAAP Area Center 2 under a 3-year service agreement bid number 24-005-02 Bravo. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The CAAP now invites bids for the above procurement project. See details in the attached terms of reference. Delivery of the services is required for a period of 3 years. Bidders should have completed within 3 years, CY 2021 up to present, from the date of submission and receipt of bids, a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in Section 2, Instruction to Bidders. As shown, these are the airports and facilities where the guards will be deployed, requiring 97 guards. The cost of bid documents is 28,000 pesos. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary fast or fail criterion as specified in 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of Republic Act 9184. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorship, partnerships, or organization with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belong to citizens of the Philippines and to citizens or organization of the country, the laws or regulation of which grants similar rights or privileges to Filipino citizens pursuant to Republic Act 5183. Prospective bidders may obtain further information from CAAP and inspect the bidding documents at the address given during regular office hours from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday, except declared holidays, weekends, and the suspension of work. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders until the deadline of the submission of bids from Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Back Office, Mayor Road, Pasay City, and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 28,000 pesos. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees by presenting the official receipt in person or through email. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office address given on or before March 13, 2024, 9 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in the ITB Clause 14. Bid opening shall be on March 13, 2024 at 9 a.m. at the CAAP back office and/or via Google Meet. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. The CAAP reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Sections 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 revised IRR of Republic Act 9184 without ever incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. You may visit the following website for the downloading of the bidding documents. Shown is the PhilJEP website and CAAP website. For further information, please refer to Engineer Leandro R. Barquez, Head BAC Secretariat, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Mayor Road, Pasay City, or send email through CAAP official website or call the telephone number as shown. Section 3, Bid Data Sheet with corresponding ITV clause under 5.3, Eligible bidders. The bidder must have completed within at least a period of 3 years from calendar year 2021 up to present, prior to the submission and receipt of bids, a single contract that is similar to the project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, or have at least 2 similar contracts, and the aggregate contract amount should be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, with the largest of these similar contracts being equivalent to at least 25% of the ABC. For this purpose, similar contracts shall refer to contract involving the provision of security services. Under ITV Clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. Under ITB Clause 12.0, bid prices. The price of goods shall be quoted DDP to CAAP sites or applicable international commercial terms for this project. as shown, is the computation for the ABC based on Region 2 Dole Order Number RO7-22 Class A effective April 1, 2024. Under ITB Clause 14.1, the bid security. The bid security shall be in a form of bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 2% of the ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bankrupt guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit, or the amount of not less than 5% of the ABC if bid security is in surety bond. Under ITB Clause 19.3, detailed evaluation and comparison of bid. The approved budget for the contract for this project is 43,212,036 pesos and 60 centavos for the first year only, inclusive of VAT. As shown, is the breakdown for the ABC based on salaries and wages, including agency fee and the 12% VAT. Any bid with a financial component exceeding the amount shall not be accepted and outright disqualified. As a continuation, in case of a tie and two or more bidders have been post-qualified as the lowest calculated responsive bidders, the tie-breaking measure determined by the procuring entity shall be non-discretionary and non-discriminatory such that the same is based on the sheer luck or chance, pursuant to Appendix 11, the tie-breaking method of the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act 9184. As a matter of information to the prospective bidders, the CAAP BAC Bravo has determined to use the method of a raffle, wherein the names of the bidders involved in the tie and declared as the LCRBs will be written and separate, similar unmarked papers, and will be folded and placed in a container. Thereafter, a CAAP BAC Bravo representative, in the presence of the bidders or their representatives, will draw the raffle in an order wherein the first drawn bidder shall be considered as the winning LCRB and awarded the contract. The second drawn bidder shall be the second ranked LCRB, and so on, until all LCRBs are drawn and ranked. Under ITV Clause 20.1, the post-qualification requirements. Other appropriate documents required to be submitted during post-qualifications are latest income and business tax returns, tax return filed through the electronic filing and payment system, copy of the PSA valid and current regular, not the provisional, license to operate issued by PNP SOSIA, valid on the date of submission and opening of bids, PSA juridical license, bidder's company profile and organizational structure of private security agencies indicating the names of its key agency officers, copy of clearance of no derogatory record, certificate of no pending case as private security agency issued by PNP SOSIA, valid during the submission and opening of bids. As a continuation, copy of the valid and current certificate of registration as contractor issued to the bidder by the Regional Office of the Department of Labor and Employment, where it principally operates pursuant to Department Order Number 174 Series of 2017, latest monthly disposition report stamped received by PNP SOSIA the 3 consecutive months prior to opening of bids, notarized affidavit of undertaking, the BF Form 6, authority to conduct site inspection, the BF Form 7, certificate of site inspection, BF Form 8, audited financial statement covering CY 2022, stamped received by BAR on CY 2023, legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pendency of any cases of prospective bidders against the authority, and bid bulletin if applicable. Clearance certificate valid during the submission and opening of bids from the following: SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth, and BAR. A certification of pending or no pending labor standards violations case issued by the following agencies pertaining to the provision of the security services valid during the submission and opening of bids under the Department of Labor and Employment and National Labor Relations Commission. The BAC reserves the right to verify and validate the above-mentioned documents. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the company for award. CAAP shall thereafter award the contract to the next lowest calculated responsive bid. Under Section 5, Special Conditions of Contract with corresponding GCC clause terms of 2.2 Terms of Payment. Payment shall be made upon presentation by the PSA of the billing for the covered period subject to the usual accounting and auditing rules and regulations. The billing shall be accompanied by the following documents: Certificate of Performance issued by CSIS official in the area airport attested by the area airport manager, official receipt of the remittances paid for the necessary benefits of security guards, SSS, PhilHealth, pag-ibig, and withholding taxes, certification under oath attesting that it is compliant with the Dolly minimum wage law in accordance with its representation and warranties. One copy of the original and 4 photocopies of the monthly deployment report duly accomplished by the security agency at the end of each month stating the names of the guards and supervisors, salary rates, and actual attendance, and certification under oath attesting its prompt payment of wages and benefits of security guards. Under GCC Clause 2.2, the PSA shall pay taxes due in relation to the contract in full and on time. Its failure to do so shall entitle CAAP to suspend payment for the services delivered by the PSA under Executive Order 398. The billing statement with attachment, as stated in the GCC Clause 2.2, items 1 to 5, shall be submitted on or before 27th day of the next billing month. Performance of the security services under contract shall likewise be in accordance with the terms of reference. Under GCC Clause 3.0, refer to Section 9, Terms of Reference. Under GCC Clause 4.0, Inspection and Test. The inspections and tests that will be covered are the following: physical condition of goods, conformity of goods to the technical specifications, authenticity of goods, whether the goods delivered are functioning. If there is non-compliance or a violation of items stated in Clause 4.0, the prospective bidder or the winning bidder shall be given 15 calendar days to comply with the said items or clause. Thereafter, a notice of cancellation or termination shall be sent based on the findings of non-compliance. Under Section 6, Schedule of Requirements, the following are the CAAP airports and facilities wherein the PSA guard shall be deployed. For the manpower requirements, the project requires 97 security guards with 60 guard posts. For this project, we will be using a 2-work shift schedule. Please take note that the CSIS Area Station Supervisor, in coordination with the Area Airport Manager, has the option to adopt or change the time of duty that will work best to ensure attendance of the security personnel of the PSA security as long as it follows the 12-hour and 8-hour rotational schedule. For the equipment requirements, the project requires firearms and ammunition, communication equipment, and transportation equipment. For the firearms and ammunition, this project requires 9mm pistol and 12-gauge shotgun. As shown are the respective requirements and quantity of firearms and ammunition. For communication equipment, required number as shown. And for the transportation equipment, required number as shown. For the other security equipment as shown, for the individual uniform and equipment of guards as shown. For the other PSA manpower requirements or activities, first is the submission to CSIS of 201 personal files and necessary documents of private security guards. It must be 7 calendar days after receipt of the notice of award. Technical inspection and acceptance committee process, it is 7 calendar days after receipt of the notice to proceed. An actual deployment or posting of selected qualified security personnel, 7 calendar days after receipt of notice of assumption. And the basic aviation security training, the basic ABSEC STP 123 of security guards is within 6 months after date of posting of guards. For the qualification of security personnel, this project required 3 types of security personnel: the detachment commander, head guard or the ship in charge, and security guard. For the detachment commander, he or she must have at least 5 years of experience in the operation of a security detachment with minimum manpower complement of not less than 50 guards, must possess a valid security officer license, and must have passed HARA test. For the head guard or the ship in charge, he or she must have at least 3 years of experience in operation of a security supervision, must possess a valid security officer license, and must have passed HARA test. For the security guards, he or she must have at least 1 year of experience as security guard, must possess a valid security guard license, and must have passed HARA test. For the other security requirements, such as ABSEC training and liaison office, the PSA security officers, guards must undergo basic aviation security training, phase 1 the theoretical and phase 2 and OJT checkout within 6 months from the date of posting of guards. The PSA must require their security personnel to undergo ABSEC recurrency training every 2 years for previously deployed aviation security personnel. Establish a liaison office located within 5 kilometers from CAAP Area Center 2 with office equipment such as desktop computer, filing cabinets, and office tables, consumable office supplies, office company signage, and manned by the office clerk or personnel at company expense 1 week prior deployment. Makeshift office shall not be acceptable. Conduct at least 2 relevant security training seminars such as but not limited to the following, as shown. For the other security requirements, the site inspection per airport and facility, prospective bidders shall conduct site inspection in each airport or facility. The format of the certificate of site inspection must be in accordance with the form provided in this bidding document, the VF Form 9. Other appropriate documents required to be submitted during post-qualification is the authority to conduct site inspection, the PF Form 7, duly signed by ADG2's Chief, CSIS, or his authorized representative, and the Certificate of Site Inspection, the VF Form 8, must be signed by Area Airport Manager or CSIS Area Airport Supervisor or any airport facility officer in charge per airport and facility. For the checklist of technical and financial documents, the first envelope, Class A documents, containing legal documents with the valid PhilJEPS registration certificate with the platinum membership, all pages in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. A technical documents such as the statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts within 3 years from calendar year 2021 up to present, including the contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, BF Form 1. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contracts completed within 3 years from calendar year 2021 to up to present, similar to the project to be bid, except under conditions provided for in Section 23.4.1.3 and 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of Republic Act 9184 within the relevant period as provided in the bidding documents, BF Form 2. Original copy of bid security, if in the form of surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid security declaration of the BF Form 4. Statement of compliance, conformity with the bidding documents as enumerated and specified in Section 7. Technical specification and signed by the authorized representative. An original duly signed omnibus sworn statement and, if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder, BF Form 5. Under financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation. Class B documents are, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter and abide by the provision of the JBA in the instance that the bid is successful.
Ma'am, wait lang. Since you pretty much got everything na po, no, to all our prospective bidders, para hindi po umulit tayo ulit ng 5 times na may reading class po tayo, can we just get confirmation from you that you will just present the unique requirements and the ABC of the other area centers? Because as we stated a while ago, all the documents, financial, technical po, is the same all throughout. So can we get a verbal confirmation lang po from our bidders, so we won't hold you for too long as well, and we can directly go to the question and answer portion po. Para mabilis kasi same po lahat ng documents po. Ang different lang po rito yung requirements po per area is yung mga ammunition, equipment, as well as yung ABC. And of course, yung area. Okay lang po ba? Can we get a thumbs up, a reaction, a verbal confirmation para hindi po tayo ulit ng ulit? So, if there's no violent reaction to that, okay naman po sa lahat. Can we go directly na po sa someone's raising her hand? Miss Evelyn Katingob. Opo. We assume na you've received the notice. We started 10 and nabasa niyo po lahat ito. Opo. Okay po tayo ha. For COA purposes, the pre-bid conference of all documents for areas 1, Area 2, Area 10, CAAP Main Office, and nearby areas, Area 4 and Area 9. We will now conduct po yung question and answer portion. Again, wala naman pong may objection. Going once, going twice. Okay, let's go directly to the Q&A.
Wait, okay, have you presented the unique and the nuance provisions like ABC?
Hindi pa, sir.
Yeah, you present that first so that they know what's different. Ha? No. We'll still go through this per area. Okay? We'll go through this per area, but you have to let them know. Sabi nyo, sasabihin ninyo kung ano yung difference, di ba? You let them know. Okay?
So, para po matapos po tayo mabilis, no, we'll present the ABC. We'll flash it on the screen. Basahin na lang po natin. Let's go with the next area. We'll go with Area 10. We'll flash the ABC. We'll flash the requirements. We'll do the same again for Main Office. Then Area 4. Then Area 9. And then, sige po, para isahang Q&A na lang po. So, as you can see on the screen, ABC is 60,858,652.20 Bid docs price is 56K. Next. So, ito po yung ating areas of responsibility. So, as you can see, 140 guards. And as you can see on your screen, as you can read, Lagindingan, Camiguin, Osamis, and Iligan. So, ito po yung basis ng wage order natin. As you can see naman po, and as you can read. Next po. Schedule of requirements, same as a work shift schedule. This is in the ITB as well. Equipment requirements, you can see, you can read. Next. Again, questions will be welcome naman po. Ito po equipment. Next. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. NCR. Sa ABC. ABC is 48,982,782.56 Bid doc price 28K. Area of responsibility, as you can see on your screen. And the wage order basis, as you can see on your screen as well. Work shift schedule, ito po. Equipment requirements as well. Same equipment, different unit or pieces lang po. Difference lang po sa main office, will be requiring a Class A uniform, long sleeve and necktie, and paraphernalia. May raincoat, may rain boots, For the detachment commander po, 2 sets. Sa shift in charge sa main lobby, the DG's office, OPSAM, FSIS, and Annex Building lobby, as well as a CNS lobby in ATMC and CATC. Ito naman po showing on your screen, so I don't have to read everything. Next. So, ayun po ang sa NCR. Yun po yung unique dun sa ating guards, yung uniform po. Class A uniform. The Class A uniform and barong. Opo. Na nandun din po sa ITB natin. For Area 4, pretty much the same as well. Sorry, Area 9. Area 4 muna. Okay, for Area 4, again, the ABC is 36,461,840.16 centavos. The bid price of 28,000. So these are the areas of responsibility: Puerto Princesa, Busuanga, San Vicente, the ARCAG in Palawan, and Cuyo Airport. The wage order, as you can see on your screen, is also being shown as a wage order number effective last December 2023. Work shift schedule, ito rin po. So equipment requirements, again, same equipment, different pieces or units. For CAAP Area 9, so the ABC per CAAP Area 9 is 50,964,739 pesos and 32 centavos with a bid dock price of 56,000. Showing to you the areas of responsibility for the same area and the basis po of the wage order as well. Work shift schedule, and equipment requirements. Again, same equipment, different pieces and units. Okay. So, let's now go on to the question and answer po para po masagot na namin yung clarifications nyo. This time around, since we've discussed or we've shown to you 5 area centers, so let's increase the amount of questions that you can raise to 5 para po isahang tanungan na lang po. Okay, let's go with Harry Collections. Please introduce your name po.
Hello po, good after.
Hello?
Hello sir, dito na lang po ako kay ma'am. Medyo nag-ano po yung
Sige po, kay ma'am po tayo.
Apo. Sir, ika-clarify ko lang sir, yung regarding po dun sa babayaran po natin sa bidding documents. Di ba sir, ano naman po, rebid ito sir. Need pa po ba ulit namin mag-pay ng bidding documents or yung mga nakaraang sumali hindi or hindi na po?
If it's the same bid price po, hindi po. But if lower yung binayad nyo before and higher po yung sa ngayon, creditable naman po. Magdadagdag na lang po kayo.
So hindi na. Okay po, para same naman, sir. Tapos, sir, i-clarify ko din po yung regarding dun sa site inspection po ulit. Hindi kasi malinaw. Ano yung signal namin kanina. Yung regarding po sa may site inspection, need pa po ba namin ulit mag-site inspection, sir? Kasi Site inspection na rin po kami last year.
If you have completed the site inspections already, all sites po, all areas of responsibility, you're no longer required to repeat the same. And again, this is a post-qualification activity na po ito. Hindi na po required sa initial submission of your bid proposal.
Sa post po. Okay po, sir. Thank you po. Tapos, sir, yung regarding po sa ongoing contracts natin, sir, need pa po bang i-attach yung mga contracts or hindi na po, sir? Yung ano lang?
Sa statement, opo, hindi na po ma'am sa statement of all ongoing. Pero po sa SLCC required po yun.
Okay po. So SLCC lang, sir, wala sa ongoing. Okay, sir. Noted po.
Prepare nyo na lang po in case po sa post-qualification yung lahat ng contracts nyo.
Okay po, sir.
Opo,
Sige po. Thank you,
originals
sir.
po. Opo. Next on the queue, Attorney Claustro.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, thank you. I just want to, for economy of time, I just want to reiterate the manifestations and clarifications that I raised earlier with respect to Area I to be carried on with the other areas. And we also request a copy of the minutes of the pre-bid conference. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Also, Attorney Claustro, for in the interest of time as well, for your queries that you raised for the previous area centers po nung nakaraang pre-bid natin, same po, wala na rin po yung Certificate of Satisfactory Performance. We are no longer requiring that. But we will still reply to you regarding your query. And i-furnishan na rin lang po din namin yung other prospective bidders, or it will be in a form of bid bulletin na lang.
That is much appreciated, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Opo. Next po, Sagittarius Security Agency.
Sir, good morning po ulit. Regarding lang po sa Area 10 Bill of Quantities, may clarification lang sa heading lang naman po. Instead of RX22 kasi RX21 po ang nakalagay.
Sir, wait lang po. We're checking right now.
Yung Class A.
When we give them service, or i-affiliate sa submission sa na-failure na.
Sorry, sa BF Form 11 po ito?
Bill of Quantities po, Area 10 po.
Yes po, sa BF Form 11 po.
Tama po, tama. Yes, sir.
So RX21 po ang nakalagay, tama? So
Yes po.
It's supposed to be RX22.
Yes, sir.
Tama naman po yung rates, no?
Tama naman po, sir. Ang heading lang po may gusto namin i-clarify po.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that, sir.
Plus, isa pa po, sir, itong sa heading pa rin, yung Osamis at Baloe, Class B kasi ang nakalagay. Dapat Class A ito, sir.
Class B po dapat. Noted, sir. But tama, sir, ang amount, no?
Yes, sir.
Class A dapat, sir, but Class B ang nakalagay. Noted, sir.
Yes, sir. At sir, last na lang po. Hindi po namin na nakuha yung regarding sa site inspection, sir. Bali, i-submit namin yung site inspection. Hindi kasali sa submission of bids.
Yes, sir. Sa initial bid submission, hindi po. This is a post-qualification requirement. Should you be considered as the lowest calculated responsive bidder, during our post-qualification visit, you will be required to show your certificates of site inspection po.
Sige. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, moving on to the next question. Miss Christine Guinier.
Hi, sir. Good morning po. Good morning, everyone. My name is Christine from ARMS. Sir, question lang po. Since na-mention po kanina na hindi na po kailangan mag-site inspection dahil rebid po ito. Tanong ko lang, sir, kasi po yung certificate of site inspection po, last tier. Iba po yung format sa format po ngayon.
Accepted na po since yung last year notarized. This time, hindi na po namin nire-require. Pwede pa po yun, ma'am. Actually, mas
Okay, thank you,
okay
sir. Okay, how about, sir, yung legal clearance po? Kailangan po ba namin mag-request from your legal department?
Sa post-qualification na po yun, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more thing po. Yung bid docs, sir, since rebid po ito, kailangan pa po ba namin mag-avail ng bagong bid docs?
Yes po, kasi ma'am, yung sa bill of quantities pa lang po, iba na. Sa ABC po, ma'am, iba na din. But again, creditable po yung binayad nyo doon sa mga na-fail. Doon dito po sa ating panibagong bidding.
Okay, noted, sir. Sir, last question.
Sige po, ma'am.
Apo. Sir, ilan po kaya yung maximum na pwedeng mapanalunan po ng isang agency?
Wala lang. Well, you're asking how many. We are bidding 11 areas
Yung
po.
maximum. Yes, sir. Yung maximum po na pwedeng mapanalunan ng isang agency, sir.
Opo. Wala pong restriction but we're bidding 11 areas. Opo, but just to be clear, dun po sa ating RA, you should know this very well. Again, may limitation po sa number ng security guards. So, to 2,000, that is an implied limitation to the amount that you can win. For example, I don't want to go to the math of it. If you're already deploying 1,000 guards or 1,500, 1,600, hanggang 400 na lang po ang pwedeng i-deploy sa CAAP without violating that law. I hope
sir.
everyone is getting that po.
Okay, sir. Noted, sir.
Opo.
Thank you po.
Okay, Miss Pilita.
Yes, good morning po. Pilita Cordova from Eagle Matrix.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Clarification lang, sir, dun sa bill of quantities ng CAAP 9, yung sa farm. Yung computation lang po ng overtime.
Yes, ma'am. We're checking right now. Ano po yun, ma'am?
Yung number of days niya po kasi, nagdagdag tayo ng Muslim days na 5 days. Yung po kasing 2 days niya, nandun na po sa regular holiday natin na 12. Kasi pag inad po natin lahat yung number of days dito sa overtime, 367 na siya, sumobra ng 2. So I think baka yun yung two Muslim days yung nandun na pong 2 sa regular holiday. Kasi sobra na siya, 367 days na po. Pero sabi kasi kanina, wala tayong gagalawin dito sa costing. So, if ever, paano pong gagawin natin doon?
Ma'am, wait lang. Give us some minutes lang po to check on this.
Okay po.
Ma'am Pilita, we'd appreciate if you can send us an email or letter regarding this matter. So we can make the necessary adjustments if necessary po.
Sige, sir. Mag-email na lang po kami.
Opo.
Thank you, sir. Yun lang, sir.
Yes po, from Eagle Matrix.
Yes po, sir. Shirley from Eagle Matrix po. Clarification lang po regarding dun sa isasubmit pong Certificate of Site Inspection during post-qual. As mentioned po kanina, okay lang po yung previous na Certificate of Site Inspection. Ang nag-sign po kasi previously is the representative of the company who conduct the site inspection. Pero ngayon po kasi ang requirement po ninyo is representative ng CAAP. So is it okay lang ba yung previous pa rin ang i-attach?
Yes, ma'am. Opo. Previous file po ang attach na lang.
Follow up, sir. Original ba ang i-attach? Or
Kasi ang original sinubmit po eh.
Kahit copy na lang po, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Thank you po. Clear po.
Again, in your bid submissions po, kahit copies po ng lahat ng documents. Yung exception lang dyan, yung sa mga notarized documents po na pinapasubmit namin. Omnibus sworn statement, o bid securing declaration form. Yes, Mr. Hackett po.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Edgar Papagitan, representing Hackett Security Agency. Sir, clarification other appropriate documents required to be submitted during post-qualification. Ito pong certificate of satisfactory performance from all existing client. In additional, certificate of satisfactory performance from CAAP kung meron na pa ko yung previous na contract sa CAAP. Sir, agree naman po ako dito, sir, kasi kailangan po talaga natin mag-submit ng satisfactory performance sa lahat ng clients. Kasi doon po natin malalaman kung nag-comply ka doon sa lahat ng nilalaman ng terms of reference ng kakontrata mong procuring entity. So sana po hindi po ito mabago kasi in advantage po ito sa government para malaman niyo po na yung sasali po na agency ay standard po pagdating po sa kontrata. Sumutupad po sila. Kasi nabibigyan na naman po yan ng unsatisfactory performance yung isang agency kung doon po sa TOR na nilagyan nila ng comply during opening ay hindi po nila nasunod yung doon provision. Tama po ba?
Sir, if you are going to include that in your submission, okay lang naman din po. Hindi naman po kayo madi-disqualify for submission of certificate of satisfactory performance. However, we're not requiring that anymore. But if gusto niyo pong ipagmalaki yung satisfactory performance niyo from all your clients, and then that's a welcome submission.
Yes, sir. Pero advantage po kasi yan, sir, sa isang agency na lahat po ng kakontrata nila naka-satisfactory o kaya very satisfactory.
Tama naman po. Actually, the non-submission of a certificate of satisfactory performance or the non-requirement po does not stop po the BAC technical working group to verify, validate, ascertain the performance of the bidder in all his current contracts po. Yun naman po yung nasa RA 9184.
Kasi mayroon po kasing bidders na halimbawa may prospective bidders kayo nasasali sa bidding, mayroon kasi nakakontrata na government pero hindi naman sila nabigyan ng satisfactory performance kasi nga hindi naman kasi satisfied yung kanilang naging kontrata doon sa procuring entity. So hindi po talaga sila bibigyan ng magandang performance certificate. Tama po ba? So dapat po i-retain po natin ito during post-qualification kasi an advantage po kasi ito sa government. Yun lang po yung gusto kong i-emphasize, sir. Kasi nagtataka po ako at nabago po yung kanina narinig po na hindi na po ito required during submission ng post-qualification. So nung nakaraang pre-bid po kasi nakasado na required po ito. So mas maganda nito, sir?
No, okay. Ano nga pangalan niya? From the Hackett agency, we understand the concern of your company and we share your concern that it's very important. As a matter of fact, it's paramount for the agency to ensure that any third-party service provider are at par with the standards that are espoused by the agency. All we're saying by removing this as a documented requirement is that we're not passing the buck to you to prove to us that you're satisfactorily performing the functions, no? What we will do moving forward is that we will let our TWG to conduct during post-qualification this verification. We do this for our infrastructure projects. We write to those that are already included in your list of ongoing and previous contract. We have that list. Don't worry. Rest assured that we will be to our of course, it's to the best interest of the service and to the best interest of the authority to ensure that you are all compliant, not only compliant, but are performing satisfactorily. But what we're saying now is by removing this, we are not removing this requirement internally. As a matter of fact, amongst us, the membership and the TWGN Secretariat, we will be very strict in ensuring that all the documents and the list of companies that you previously and are currently serving are satisfied also with your performance, except that we're not passing the back to you such that our hardworking technical working group members will probably, depending on their discretion, go one by one and check if there are issues and concerns that were raised previously against the company that is bidding to be a PSA for CAA. So, yun. We hope that clarifies. There are several concerns raised kasi na if this becomes a ground for disqualification, magkakaroon ng discriminatory treatment. As a matter of fact, wala pong ganon. It's a fact that we do it anyway, with or without that requirement. So, for purposes of clarity, we are just removing the instrument, reducing into writing your satisfactory performance. That is not to say that we will not go beyond what are already included in the terms of reference as well as the documents to be submitted. Of course, we will always, that is our primary purpose in doing this procurement process, ensuring that CAAP is protected because we're going to, of course, have our principals to answer to. So, hope that clarifies. But thank you for that comment. We will be issuing a formal
Thank
and
you, sir.
final
Another,
bid
sir.
bulletin.
Another clarification, sir.
Sige sir, go ahead.
Doon po sa ano sir, sa omnibus sworn statement na isasubmit po ng isang bidders, number 7, nakasaad po doon na the agency shall comply the latest labor laws and standards. Tama po ba?
Yes, sir.
Tama, Your Honor.
Doon po sa pag sinabi po nating labor laws and standard, papasok po dito yung mga dapat compliance ka doon sa SSS, meron kang SSS clearance, registered ka, PhilHealth, and at the same time pag-ibig. Doon din po sa DOLE 150-16, nakasaad po doon na kailangan ng isang security agency, mayroon pong retirement plan na naka-registered,
Naka-trust.
naka-trust fund po. So dapat po hanapin po natin ito kasi kung wala po ito during post qualification, hindi po sila magiging compliant sa omnibus sworn statement. Tama po ba?
Yes, sir. We will, hinahanap po natin yan during post-qualification. This is also a notice to all other bidders that you need to comply with DOLE 150-16, I believe.
Yes.
Again, tama po yung sa Omnibus Sworn Statement that your non-compliance with labor laws is a ground for disqualification. As I've stated a while ago, it doesn't mean that you got a clearance from SSS PhilHealth Pag-ibig na automatically you've passed that criterion. Because based from our experience, some bidders get clearances from SSS PhilHealth Pag-ibig, but during our post-qualification, checking with the MDRs, checking the alpha list, confirmation with these agencies, hindi naman po nababayaran lahat ng empleyado. So this is a formal notification for everyone that we will check your payment po sa SSS PhilHealth Pag-ibig. Because as we know, meron pong ibang agencies that they don't pay fully all their employees. At ayaw naman po namin ito na mangyari dun sa mga mapopost na guards dito po sa ahensya namin.
Tama sir, tama po. In good faith po ako diyan sir at para din po sa ng government. Favor po ng government. Yun lang po yung clarification ko sir. Maraming pong salamat.
Miss Evelyn Katingub, ma'am.
Yes, good morning.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Yes, I'm Senarsi from Aloha Security Agency. And in behalf of our GM, Ms. Evelyn Katingog, I just would like to ask, sir, or clarify with regards sa documents to be submitted. One copy lang po ba, sir? Or one copy for original and copy number 1?
Original lang po, isang kopya lang po.
Sige, thank you.
Opo. Again, we would appreciate if all bidders just submit one copy. Wag po yung box-box po tayo mag-submit. Miss Crisel Bagsiao.
Hello po. Ask ko lang po kung yung confirm ko lang po yung time ng submission kung 9:30 AM po or ma-adjust po siya ng 9 AM.
We will issue, ma'am, the necessary bid bulletin for this, ma'am, to finalize po yung time ng submission natin of the bid po.
Okay po, sir. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Questions pa po before we end this session from Harry Security po.
Hello po. I-clarify ko lang, sir, yung regarding po dun sa pagpapasa po ng bidding documents po. Isang copy lang po, sir. Original copy lang po yung i-submit po natin upon opening po ba?
Opo, original lang po, ma'am.
Original. Okay po. So, one copy lang. Thank you, sir.
Opo. May questions pa po? Opo.
No more?
Going once, twice. All right.
We hope to see everyone during the opening of the documents on, I understand, March 13, right? But the time is to be announced. March 13 ba? March 13, tentatively 9 AM. So we'll finalize that through a bid bulletin. But again, we wish to thank everyone for your participation, active participation. We appreciate all your inputs, feedbacks, and comments in improving our TOR. And rest assured that they have been, if not yet, they will be considered. But we also request support once there are decisions that are already made. Considering that this has gone several reiterations already, we also seek support from our partners from the security agency. Those who have written formally to the BAC and or to CAAP, we will endeavor to finish the reply and send you copies, and if possible, we will also issue a bid bulletin copying all prospective bidders for purposes of accountability and transparency. If there are no more questions, is that a question or no? Okay, there are no more questions. We're closing the pre-bid conference for Area I, Area II, Area 10, Main Office, Area IV, and Area 9. Maraming salamat po and have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sige.
Tingnan.
Teka lang,
May data
Ano, hindi ba ulitin ko?
sa one.
Start over.